Velkommen alle sammen. Vi reagerer til en falsk autist ud af 6 mennesker. Så 5 af dem er autister, og der er selvfølgelig en, der er fake.
Altså, okay. Vi skal lige hurtigt, du skal lave nogle facts rigtigt, Lukas. Der er 6 personer med autisme og 1 fake. Og det er faktisk lidt ligesom i de 3 dit. Der er en af autisme i de 3, og så er der 2 uden. Lukas.
I can't choose any of you guys to be the mole.
This is gonna be the hardest.
Even me myself,
Men det er jo dit
it's
naturlige
I
element,
think
Lukas.
I'm the mole, honestly.
Okay, jeg caller det allerede nu. Ham med det orange hår er ikke autist. Så du, hvordan han smilte? Han havde det mest normale smil på nogensinde.
Disabilities.
I prefer disorder.
Disorder, yeah. I was
Okay, jeg tager det
diagnosed
tilbage igen.
in middle school, and then I
Men
transitioned
Lukas?
to a school for
Okay,
people
good.
on the spectrum. Once I
Men den er
graduated
fordi,
from middle school and went to that school, I kind of really enjoyed where I was.
Der er ikke en lyserød, din hun har autisme, din.
There's like so many eyes on me already.
What?
It's just
Prøv at se, hvordan hun står.
to accept that I have a disorder.
Well,
There's people
Yeah.
who
Just
I've
under
met
what?
myself who say you have autism, and my family would be like, did you tell him you have did you tell him you have a disability? No, I don't think I
Yeah,
need
I
to.
gjort.
But reality, it really
Jeg
does
skal
help to
arbejde
know
for
that I
fanden.
do have autism.
They both suspected me of being autistic when I was 5.
Hun er autist!
They hesitated to diagnose me because I was too intelligent.
I mean, that's a compliment right there, being too intelligent.
I feel like in some ways it was a little bit of an insult.
I was diagnosed at the age of 2. I don't see it as a disorder or a disability because
rigtigt.
I don't see my autism as something that's negatively affected
I hvert fald
my
autist.
life. Because like I like who I am, I like the way I think, and I don't want to
Men
change.
det er jo
a
rigtigt,
single
det er jo ikke fordi, de går ind og
myself.
fucker en op
Honestly,
helt.
like, being here is like we
Der er en,
have
der er
to-
sådan højt på
Go
det der
ahead, Amanda, sorry,
spektrumpis.
sorry.
Altså, det er jo tydeligvis høj IQ.
Ja, ikke?
Det giver høj IQ. Altså, jeg har høj IQ, så det må betyde noget.
Men Amanda, hun virker som en, der er lige ved at gå over i den skøre.
Den der helt...
Ja, den
The
lyserøde.
medical model of disability inherently says that autism and any other disability is within our own fault and that we are the cause of the disability. But the social model of disability says that society is the cause of the disability. So autism
Jamen,
is
du
a
kan bare
disability
sætte dig derovre og vide
society is
allerede
not
godt,
made
at
for
du er en
me.
autist.
It comes from without.
Du behøver ikke at prøve.
I grew up autistic and deaf.
Enten
And
ikke
I
også
started
dit-
feeling like I was such an outcast and you know, and I was the odd one out. Oh,
Enten
hey,
det
I
ikke også,
took
så
you to
er hun
neighborhood.
sindssygt god skuespiller.
That was fun.
I was diagnosed
no,
when I was 4
no,
years
just-
old, and it's you
En
know like
autist kan
it's
se en
always been
anden
a
autist.
difficult
Nu stopper.
process for me.
Okay,
you know, like,
hvem er ikke autist? Okay,
you know,
men vi
going
skal
to
lige have
school and
et...
everything. You know that people don't perceive me
Okay, han virker ikke som en
as
autist.
this normal guy.
Han
So
er ikke en
I
autist.
figure if I'm
Nej,
gonna
vel?
be this
Han
autistic
snakker lidt for
person, you
godt.
know, like might as well be the best autistic person that I can be. You know, I always
Preach.
yeah. I mean, I
autist.
still in school. You know, I always tend to be like one of the smartest kid in school. You know that the whole stereotype.
I would consider myself a
Ja,
late
den må-
bloomer.
Okay,
Autist.
okay, skyd dit skud her. Hvem er ikke autist?
Ja, nu har jeg ikke hørt nogle af dem har jeg ikke hørt. Men indtil videre, så ved vi jo udmærket godt, at hvem der ikke er autist, og det er den skaldede.
Ja, jeg mistænker ham også lidt for ikke at være autist. Men nu skal vi lige høre hende her dit. Hun kan også være en kandidat.
Ja, hende rødere.
22. I went most of my life always knowing that there's something different about me, but I couldn't
siger
put
de
my
alle sammen
finger
lidt.
on it. The reason why I
sådan en kvindeting, er det ikke?
this year
So special.
was because I recently moved to a large metropolitan area that has many resources, and so that was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life because
Hun er ikke autisme.
I have access to therapy.
Hun snakker
and
lort.
Det tror jeg
I was
ikke.
finally able to get an answer that I was always
Hun
looking
snakker
for.
lort, hende der.
I really struggled to fit in. I really struggled to
Det skal være, fordi hun er rødhåret. Det skal ikke noget gøre med
Det
hendes
skulle da
autisme.
come up with the
tror
right
jeg.
words for other
Katte,
kids
tror jeg,
to
man.
want to talk to me.
Og jeg hjælper sgu da ikke på noget.
And so I stood out pretty
Ja,
badly.
du skal ikke fuck med rødhåret. Jeg er rød skæg.
That continued.
Det er bare sådan en
throughout my entire
autisme-ting,
time
tror
in
jeg. Så hun har
grade
autisme.
school. I remember
Ah,
first feeling what depression was.
Der er også en rødhåret inde i det der pis.
6.
So when I was in university, they make us do these psychological studies because I was studying psychology, and they have different things you can apply for. And I noticed
Nej, hun er ikke autist. Og ved du
they were
hvorfor?
studying
Hvorfor?
autism.
Autister går ikke med
Specifically,
makeup.
like,
Du gik sgu med nejlagtigt.
ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're
Vi skal lige pulle billeder op med Lukas med neglelak. Jeg kan love jer for, at manden han bare sad med de der blip negle dit. Jeg kan love dig for, at han bare havde regnbuens farver på neglene dit.
Rød!
Og så var de poleret det hele, så de skinte. Han havde den helt dyre på det.
Prøv at se på hende. Hun har ikke noget make-up på, hende til venstre.
Ja, men hun er også ved at være, hun er også på kanten til at blive indlagt jo. Altså, hun er faktisk sikkert typen dit, hvor det er, hun går i bestemte stykker tøj dit, fordi det sådan irriterer hendes hud.
Det er ligesom dig. Det er ligesom dig, mand. Du smider trøjen, og det mand smider trøjen, når jeg sidder og snakker med ham. Den er ulækker.
Den er bare, det er bare. Ja.
Han er mere, hvis der er nogen, der er autist af os tre, så er det ham, mand. Skriv ned i kommentaren, hvem der er mest autist. For det er jo tydeligt sammen.
True. Ja, det går. Ja, nej. Jeg tror faktisk, det er Lukas, der er mest. Okay, I må lige... Ja, lad os lige gå videre.
So I applied, and that was how I got my diagnosis, which was like, I was 21 then. My wife and like one of my friends are actually the only people that know I've been diagnosed. So surprise family or friends, anyone who's watching. It was like an eye-opener. It was kind of bittersweet because it was like, I'm happy now I have answers to all
ham der med det lange hår helt til højre, det er ikke, han mener med det om dig i folkeskolen faktisk.
Wrong with me. There is nothing wrong with you.
There's nothing wrong with you.
Okay, you're amazing.
I agree with that.
I agree. I agree now.
Så han er ikke kun autist, han er også noget andet.
Han er også en søn.
Diagnosed when I was a child, but I didn't know I was autistic because, I mean, as a 2, 3, 4-year-old, I mean, I don't know how one even knows what it's supposed to be up with them. So it's definitely hard to speak in a group situation because I can never tell the rules of like when to talk and when to speak up. It's kind of jumping like right when you're kind of feeling like plus I've also blocked a lot of my childhood memories from
den der tandting.
so I lived my whole life just wondering why.
Er du dum eller hvad? Det er en tandting.
Understand each other.
Yeah. Can I ask you some questions about like what are stimulants? Like, do you guys like chew gum, or do you guys like have anything that you guys do specifically to like, keep you guys
Bare fordi jeg har tyggegummi i munden, så snakker han lort.
Go ahead.
Selvfølgelig er det helt lyserød.
Color pink. Okay.
That's my favorite color in the whole world. My whole room is pink at home. My bed is pink, my bedspread is pink, and my pillows are pink, and my rug is pink, and my carpet is pink, and I even have a frame pink.
Okay, hun er fake, dude. Jeg tror, hun er normal.
I love pink. It's the best color in the whole world.
Okay. I've never heard
I love blue too.
I like blue too, but pink is better.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's subjective.
How do you guys feel about that term high functioning?
I don't like that term at all.
Wait, pause. High functioning autism, HFA, refer to an individual with minimal supports needed, not a diagnosis of or official medical term, and it's not found in the DSM. Så det er faktisk det, som vi nok er, Lukas.
Nej.
Fordi vi er gode, funktionelle autister, som er herude og skaber content.
Hvem tror du, der ikke er autist?
Jamen, jeg ved ikke helt.
Det er hende i midten.
Ja, men jeg skulle lige så sige, det er hende med det mørke hår. Fordi, okay, ham der den mørke, han sagde noget meget autistisk lige før. Så jeg har mistænkt ham for lige at være lidt på spektrum, ikke?
Autism is too much of a spectrum. So many people with autism have so many different experiences.
I can't choose any of you guys to be the mole.
This is gonna be the hardest
even me
thing.
myself, like it's like I think I'm the mole, honestly. Like
how they were like, try to find the mole, and we're like, maybe there's none. There's no mole. Just go.
Even the person who's neurotypical might just be an undiagnosed autistic.
Yeah.
You never know that. You never know about that.
I mean, like, damn, all this relates. Wait a second. Huh.
The mole might not be neurotypical. Just because someone doesn't have autism doesn't mean the mole could have like ADHD or OCD. And could be overlapping the symptoms that could be associated with autism as well.
My kid has a genetic condition that is not autism, but does manifest behaviorally and neurologically in many ways that are similar to autism. So when people interact with my kid, they don't see an autistic child, but my kid isn't autistic.
Does autism run in any of your guys' family?
I realized I was autistic because my little half brother, he's 5 years old. Well, I guess he's 7 now. Whoops, I don't know his age. But like, I see him, I'm like, wasn't I like that when I was a kid? My mom was like, yeah, because we thought you're autistic too. I was like, what?
And I just found out that my youngest nephew was just recently diagnosed with autism.
Så det løber bare i familien.
Luckily, he had an uncle who already experienced.
Okay,
Hvis
det løber i familien, det gør også det. Din bror er autist, ikke?
Ja, det er du også.
Er din mor autist?
Nej.
Er din far autist?
Nej,
Er du
jeg
sikker?
er bare blevet skæg. Ja.
Men han er skaldet.
Ja.
Så han er autist.
Nej, han er bare høje svindinger. Hvad er det her?
Going experience, and I can and I can be a mentor towards him.
Yeah, my dad is
Mentor.
an undiagnosed autistic. Sorry, Dad.
Go ahead.
Do you ever like wake up and feel like you're not autistic and like, or like you have a
Okay, han er ikke
disability? You're like,
autist,
this
han er
is
bare
just
mærkelig.
me. Like,
Yes.
Feel that way.
It's called masking.
I think I
Masking?
be
Hvad er det? Okay, vi bliver lige nødt til her.
Okay.
Masking. Suppressing certain behaviors we find smoothing, but that others things are weird, such as stimming or intense interest. Altså, vi har jo en meget, meget speciel humor, det.
Altså, jeg ved ikke lige, hvad fanden du reelt er, mand.
Det skal bare, masking, det er bare, hvor det er, man sådan, man selv føler, at hvad man gør er sådan meget normalt, og meget sådan, meget nice. Men andre synes simpelthen, at det er meget mærkeligt.
Det er du også
sometimes
fucked.
because I try to hide as much symptoms as possible because I was trained to do so at a very early age.
People that don't have experience with others who have autism, they expect it to stand out, and that's not always the case. You know, I mean, we all look like
Hun har autisme.
humans.
I think you can blame that partly on the media, how they portray us.
We don't really have good representation of
Like,
us.
No, we don't.
What that movie with Dustin Hoffman, Rain Man, where you being on the spectrum all made me you're good at gambling. I wish I was good at gambling or something.
None of them have the same experiences that I do. So there's no way to have pinpointed, oh, this person is more quiet, this person is more socially awkward. There's no way to tell who was autistic or not.
On the count of 3, will the mole please raise their hand?
Så de fandt ikke ud af en skid.
1, 2.
Det er hende lyserød. Jeg kommer nu. Hurtigt. Jeg vidste det. Jeg vidste det.
Who could have seen that coming? I totally didn't see that coming.
I was shook.
I was like, no, it cannot be her. It can't be her.
I never would have guessed.
I actually didn't lie about anything. I just flipped out autism with FASD, and it stands for fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. I was
Okay, jeg læser ikke mere. Jeg magter simpelthen ikke.
when
Men der er noget med alkohol her.
Lad mig læse det. Future Alcohol Spilacus Disorder, som er altså forkortelse af FASD. A group of conditioning, der altså, de kan ikke stave.
I was inside my mom in the womb for the first 5 months.
Det er så også. Jeg var også inde i hendes
And
mor.
you can kind of think of FASD as a spectrum
Også
just
mig.
like
Det er mærkeligt.
Even though she might not have been autistic, there are a lot of overlaps between autism and many other neurological disabilities.
Det må bare betyde, at rødhåret kan ikke være autistisk.
I've never met
Det
a
er
single
tydeligt mig.
person who shares that diagnosis with me.
What differences do you see between people with autism versus?
I actually see a ton of similarities. And I wouldn't want to, discredit anybody else's experience, but autism does run in my family very heavily. My dad has autism, I have a sister that has autism, and I have quite a few cousins who have autism. And I also have
Du har
quite a
også
few friends who
autisme.
have
Så
autism.
hun har autisme.
Damn, we're not your
Der
first.
hun snakker bare lort.
The autism community accepts you.
I love you guys.
Det er fucked up,
Getting
det.
a diagnosis can be
Okay.
a whirlwind of emotions. As long as you stay true to yourself, I promise you.
Okay, så det eneste, vi har lært her, ikke også, det er simpelthen bare, alle har autisme dit. Okay, men i hvert fald, hvis I kunne tænke jer, at vi tager en autismetest, mig, Lukas og Tim, fordi Tim han har sikkert også et eller andet mærkeligt, om det så er Down syndrom eller noget. Så hvis I kunne tænke jer det, lad os se nogle små likes her. Hvis vi siger 10 likes, og vi tager en
10
autismetest,
likes.
så må I godt lige skrive ned i kommentarfeltet, hvem der er mest autistisk af mig og Lukas. I må selvfølgelig gerne skrive Lukas, det sætter jeg stor pris på.
Altså, det er Kim.
Peace!